This is fucking surreal, man. This is crazy. I just did my first ever solo drive. There's no one in the passenger seat. I just got my G2 a few days ago, so I got credentials to drive alone. This is... talking about it out loud, every time I start talking about it, it doesn't feel real. I'm heavily dissociating right now. This is my message to myself and to everyone. Driving used to freak me out for my whole life. I always thought it was something I wasn't going to be able to do. I always thought that that was just something that I would have to rely on other people to do. No, honey, you can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to. The world is your oyster. Fuck yeah, baby. Do your dreams and shit and things, and do things that make you scared.
You want to show the camera, don't show them my boxers, but show them the lights. Everything's on a switch. You got a light in there.
Sorry, that's the cat toy.
Perfect timing.
Happy full moon, folks. I just got a coffee. I'm working from home today, which I usually don't get to do. So, this is pretty fun. Finished for the first time in probably weeks doing a full spread of 3 pages. If you've ever done the Artist's Way, Julie Cameron suggests that you do 3 pages of writing every morning, and every time I make sure that I do integrate that, not just every morning but like every time I can, I feel so much better and so much more connected to myself and my thoughts, and I'm able to like complete thoughts that when they're in my head are incomplete. In the Artist's Way, it also talks about like money being a situation of people feeling like they never have enough money to pursue their creative things, when really in order to be a writer and what I'm doing right now in vlogging, I don't need any money. I can do this all on my own. I can do this on my own time. Right now I have a part-time job, so I have this like excess time that I can allot to my creative things, and I want this so badly for myself. There's just this voice in my head all the time that tells me it's so stupid and pointless and useless, but I can't listen to that voice because it's trying to pull me down and keep me from like fully being, and we can't let that happen. So I'm not listening to that voice. It's going to be there no matter what. It's going to be pittering in my brain telling me that like what I'm doing is completely stupid, talking to a camera is completely stupid. By the end of the day, folks, everything is completely stupid. Everything is absurd. We're on a floating rock, and we are the products of like hundreds and thousands of years of human evolution, and we just happened to be here right now in this conscious experience. So do what you can with it. Do whatever you want with it, because there's really no right or wrong way to do it. And if you have a desire to do something and it's not a desire that would hurt anybody, fucking do it, baby. I've been inside literally all day, but I just finished meditating and breathing for a while. Watching this footage back earlier, I realized how bad my lazy eye is and how constantly I am shifting my eyes around. And it's in this eye. I know it's in this eye, I think. Yeah. It's so weird when I actually do things with my day and still there's the narrative in my head that I'm lazy and I've done absolutely nothing when I've been up since 6 a.m. and I worked until 11. I gave myself a break and then I worked again until 2. I did journaling that I haven't done in months. I made this little supplement chart that I've been wanting to make for like a week now, and still there's this narrative that sorry, it's not lighting better. My brain is trying to tell me that I am not working hard enough. You don't realize how strong the narrative that your brain tells you about like the creative process until you are trying to get back into it again, because there's a reason why I avoid writing and like doing anything. It's because I don't want to talk with this version. I don't want to exist with this version of myself that is like so heavily critical of any form of relaxation. Anytime I want to like calm down and like just chill out, my brain is like, but you could be doing this and this and this and this. You could be sewing, you could be practicing the bass, you could be doing all these other things, and you're just wasting your time. And that's not helpful at all to the process of relaxing. It just makes you more tired and more exhausted. I look crazy. I've got coconut oil in my hair. I just took a bath. I'm feeling so much calmer after that bath. All day today I feel like I've been fighting this like feeling in me that I'm not doing enough, but like that's just like the narrative that I'm telling myself, and I'm letting myself believe it and like be a little suck about it, because I'm like, oh, I'm not writing and all I want to do today is write. I'm just wasting time being angry at myself for not writing, where if I just do it for a few minutes, that's enough. That's gorgeous. My phone died, or my camera died last night around 3 o'clock, and then I stopped filming, and actually that's when they started doing the actual creative work. I've had this post written up for so long and I wasn't posting it, and then I was in the bath. I was like, oh my god, I just need to freaking post this. Like, I stopped procrastinating, just sit down and do it. So I got out of the bath and I just put it into Substack. I read it a few times. I felt like semi-confident about it, but I don't think I'll ever be confident about anything I write. And I just need to post it because I have to. And every time I make something, I just hate it for at least the first 2 years. And then after 2 years, I come to respect like what it meant significantly in my writing journey. So even if right now I really don't like it, it's part of a bigger whole. If you are just like doing creativity passively, eventually it will add up to something. You need to just trust whatever it will be, because I got my job at the art gallery for the summer teaching art classes because passively over the past 4 years I've been like doing sewing projects and embroidery projects, and for no other reason than like I feel willed to. So when the time came for me to teach crafts, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm prepared. I have like a portfolio. If someone asks me what I've been working on, am I the best artist? No. Am I the best sewer? No. And am I the best writer? No. But it eventually adds up to something, you know, that you can present to somebody or present to people, and it will mean something someday. I feel like when we're writing, we lose sight, or doing anything creatively, we forget that it's a practice, and it's something that we just have to keep going to no matter what, and keep trying no matter what, because you learn so much. Like in those fights I was having with myself yesterday, I was like going, I don't know why it was so difficult, but I was like, I need to post something. Procrastination is part of the creative process, and wanting to do it later is part of the creative process, and a lot of it is about asking yourself, like, okay, if I can't do all of it now, what can I do right now? If like I feel like I'm going crazy. I think it's so hard to pursue the things that we want to pursue and create the things that we want to create, because we exist in a world that makes any sort of deviance in behavior seem bad. So pouring your heart out in like a short story can seem almost like you're going nuts. Like I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like having the desire to write is like a psychosis in me, and I don't know if it's because I have been trained to believe that writing is something that like you only do if like you're a crazy person. I've just been reading a lot of Sylvia Plath's journal entries, and there's so much self-doubt in her, but she has written one of the most like transformative things I think I've ever read. And if she has self-doubt and she gets rejected, because it's not about the self, it's about what wants to come forward, and I think it's my identification with what I'm writing that makes me feel crazy, like it's a piece of me. But it's just like, it's not a piece of me, it's just something that like feels like it's being transferred through me, and it doesn't come up until I start writing, and I'm like, whoa, I had this whole thing in me and I didn't even know it. Okay. This morning, I made a genuine effort to get into myself and get into like a groove and settle into my shit and like just do whatever I needed to do to make myself happy for the day. And I forget about the magic of glamour. Doing your hair, or like fluffing up your hair in my case. Doing your hair and like putting on earrings and bracelets and things that bring you life and joy. It just like completely changes my mood. Dancing changes my mood. I need to be doing these things all the time, or else I crumble and fall apart and go, I'm not made for this world. I feel like I've been in such a low mood for a few days now, and I'm finally able to come out of it, and it's quite nice. And it doesn't need to stay this whole time, but it'd be nice if it stuck around for a bit and I could get some shit done in this mood. I've been thinking a lot about writing and getting pieces out there and posting on Substack, even though no one reads anything that I write. Everything I write is in preparation for something I will someday have to do in the future. That's why they call it a practice. You're not creating a product, you're like practicing and like exercising a muscle in yourself. And if I exercise the muscle of like forcing myself to write and forcing myself to make something and take the things in my brain and put them onto paper, when time comes that like I really want to do something serious with it, like write a book or I don't know, do something with it, I have like that ability to do that. And I have the skill, and I've been practicing, and I have the things in my life set up in a way that it's easy for me to sit down and write, and I know what I need. And it's just right now is just the very beginning of like really taking this part of myself seriously. And it's hard in the beginning because nothing is set up and nothing is in place, and I don't have a routine yet, and I don't know exactly what I want, and I don't know where or how to push myself. But I think this is going to be a really interesting journey, and I'm excited to see in like 10-20 years what comes of this, of these decisions I made when I was young. That's the crazy part, is that you can make decisions when you're young, and if you just like keep doing them, eventually you'll add up to something. And the same thing with destroying your life. You can make a few bad decisions and eventually wake up one day and be like, where am I? I have therapy today at 1, and then I am gonna go on a walk, get a coffee, and do some writing. 'Cause that's what we're doing with our lives.